For centuries, the open ocean was a place of unimaginable terror. Sailors returned from long voyages with stories that defied belief. They spoke of a living nightmare from the abyss, a monstrous beast with arms like writhing snakes, a beak that could crush a man, and eyes that glowed in the deep. They called it the Kraken. These weren't just campfire stories, they were documented maritime hazards. In his 1752 book, a Norwegian bishop described the Kraken as a floating island, large enough to create deadly whirlpools as it sank beneath the waves. For scientists on land, it was pure fantasy. The first physical evidence emerged in 1853, when a massive gelatinous carcass with huge tentacles washed ashore in Denmark. The scientific community was deeply skeptical. They dismissed it as a globster, a rotting, basking shark, its cartilage often breaking down to look like strange limbs. How could such a monster exist without being seen? But the evidence could not be ignored. In the 1850s, a brilliant Danish zoologist, Professor Japetus Steenstrup, took these bizarre remains seriously. He studied the unique, parrot-like beak and the tentacles with their sharp, sucker-lined claws. In a landmark presentation, he did what no one had done before. He presented the Kraken to the world as a real animal, giving it a scientific name, Architeuthis dux, the giant squid. The next major clue came not from the squid itself, but from its only known nemesis, the sperm whale. Whalers regularly found these leviathans with bizarre circular scars covering their heads and bodies. The size and pattern were a perfect match for the suckers and claws found on the tentacles of Steenstrup's specimens. The evidence was clear. An epic battle between two titans was raging in the lightless depths. Throughout the 1900s, the deep sea continued to give up its dead. From Newfoundland to New Zealand, more and more bodies emerged. Scientists could finally measure the truth. This was an animal that could grow over 40 feet long, with eyes the size of basketballs, the largest in the animal kingdom, to capture every photon of light in the eternal darkness. But a dead specimen was one thing. To truly conquer the myth, science needed to find the giant squid alive, in its own alien world. For decades, it was the holy grail of marine biology. The squid was a ghost, vanishing into the ink-black water. In 2004, after years of failed attempts, a team of Japanese scientists led by Dr. Tsunemi Kubodera tried a new tactic. They used a delicate, silent submersible and bait to lure the giant squid. They descended 3,000 feet into the freezing blackness and waited. And then they saw it, a living legend. A giant squid, 26 feet long, emerged from the void. It was no clumsy monster, but a graceful, curious, and majestic phantom. Its body pulsed with color, and its long feeding tentacles trailed behind it like ghostly ribbons. The myth had been captured on film for the first time in history. The breakthroughs kept coming. In 2012, the same team filmed a mature squid in stunning high definition. In 2019, another was filmed in US waters in the Gulf of Mexico. Each encounter revealed more about its elusive life. So the ancient myth of the Kraken was both wrong and profoundly right. There is no city-sized demon that drags down ships, but there is a real, living giant, a powerful predator of the abyss whose very existence is more incredible than any sailor's tale. The Kraken is real, and after centuries of fear and mystery, We now know the truth is not a monster of destruction, but a wonder of evolution, the majestic, elusive giant of the deep.